Anna received a call from her friend, saying that her boyfriend Jack was drunk and asking her to pick him up. When she opened the door, she overheard Jack on the phone with his ex-girlfriend, asking to reconcile. He even claimed that his engagement to Anna was just a family arrangement and that he had no feelings for her. Hearing such humiliating words, Anna was furious. She grabbed a glass of wine and threw it in Jack's face. Jack turned and left, leaving Anna standing there in shock. At that moment, a server brought over the phone Jack had left behind. Anna intended to return it to him, but he walked away without looking back. Just then, a motorcycle sped by, snatching Anna's bag and knocking her to the ground. Covered in scrapes and bruises, Anna realized that all these years of love had been one-sided. As she cried her heart out, Eric appeared, scooping her up and taking her to the hospital. It turned out that Eric was Jack's half-brother. 10 years ago, Eric had been bullied by Jack and was kicked out of the family. Back then, it was Anna who cleverly made up an excuse to stop Jack from further tormenting Eric. Eric helped treat Anna's wounds and comforted her gently. His tenderness deeply moved Anna. Later, Eric drove Anna to Jack's house to return the phone, but they unexpectedly saw Jack kissing his ex-girlfriend downstairs. Seeing this, Anna's heart shattered, and she resolutely decided to let go of this relationship. She went to the seaside alone to drink away her sorrows, and Eric silently accompanied her, soothing her pain and calming her emotions. At that moment, Anna received a call from her mother, saying that Jack was looking for her everywhere. Furious, Anna canceled the wedding on the spot. Then, she turned to Eric and proposed marriage to him. At first, Eric thought Anna was just drunk and not thinking clearly, so he didn't want to take advantage of her. However, Anna firmly assured him that she would never regret her decision. Finally, the two quickly got married. Holding Anna's hand, Eric smiled and said, "It's too late to regret now." Eric took Anna home and watched her as she slept peacefully. Memories of the past surfaced when they got lost in the mountains. It was Anna who extended her hand and guided him out of the darkness. Over the past 10 years, Eric had worked tirelessly overseas, all for the day he could be with Anna. Now, he silently vowed that he would never lose her again. Gently, he stroked her face, and Anna shyly turned her head away. As they entered the house, Eric noticed traces of Jack's presence lingering in the room. Without hesitation, he proposed moving in together. Anna initially wanted to refuse, but Eric moved closer and reminded her that they were already married. He firmly insisted he would come to pick her up the next morning to move her belongings. Meanwhile, Jack received a call from his father, who sternly warned him that their company would face bankruptcy without the support of Anna's family. Under immense pressure, Jack reluctantly sought out Anna to try to win her back. Assuming Anna was merely throwing a tantrum, he attempted to sweet-talk her. However, Anna's resolve was unshakable this time. She firmly stated her desire to end the relationship and began packing her belongings to leave. Panicking, Jack tried to stop her, refusing to let her go. Anna remained composed and told Jack that she had already married someone else. Jack refused to believe her, accusing her of lying, and tried to force her to stay. As their argument intensified, Eric suddenly appeared and punched Jack, knocking him to the ground. Furious, Jack insulted Eric, but Anna stepped forward and held Eric's hand, standing firmly by his side. Jack, unwilling to accept reality, assumed Anna was simply trying to anger him. That was until Eric pulled out their marriage certificate. In front of Jack, Anna planted a soft kiss on Eric's cheek. Hand in hand, they walked away together. Watching their figures disappear into the distance, Jack was finally forced to accept the truth. Eric took Anna back to his home. As soon as they entered, he playfully pinned her down on the sofa and tried to kiss her, only to be kicked away by Anna, who said she was too tired. That night, as Eric finished showering, he saw Anna standing at the door of his room. She slowly approached him, suddenly hugged him, and lightly bit his chest. Eric smiled helplessly yet indulgently, realizing that Anna had a habit of sleepwalking. The next morning, Anna felt embarrassed and worried that her sleepwalking might have made Eric uncomfortable. However, she was surprised to see Eric looking at her with warmth and affection. He gently told her that she should start getting used to having a husband in her life and assured her that he wanted her to rely on him. Later, Eric drove Anna to work. Unbeknownst to Anna, the company she was about to join had already been acquired by Eric. Anna was excited to start her first day, but unexpectedly encountered Jack's ex-girlfriend, Bess, at the office. Bess was hostile and adamantly refused to let Anna join the company, even going so far as to demand she leave. Feeling frustrated and helpless, Anna was about to walk out when Eric, who had been silently observing from a distance, stepped in. With just a glance, Eric signaled the company manager to resolve the issue. The manager immediately welcomed Anna warmly, explaining that the earlier situation was just a misunderstanding. He then publicly reprimanded Bess for her inappropriate behavior. Anna finally breathed a sigh of relief. Her mood lightened. From afar, Eric stood watching with a reassuring smile, his steady gaze silently offering her his unwavering support. Eric received a message from his father, demanding that he return home. Upon his arrival, his father accused him of stealing Anna, Jack's fiancée. Furious, Eric retorted that it was Jack's inability to cherish Anna that led him to step in and protect her. After saying his piece, Eric turned to leave. His father, enraged, accused Eric of being ungrateful and ordered him to leave the family. He even raised a whip to strike him. Fortunately, Eric dodged just in time, but Jack grabbed the whip and struck Eric hard, knocking him to the ground. At that moment, Anna arrived and, seeing Eric injured, rushed to his side to help him up. Standing firmly beside him, Anna sternly chastised Jack for betraying her and publicly declared her relationship with Eric. Before leaving, Eric handed over a bank card and a USB containing contracts as his final repayment to the family. However, Jack refused to accept them and hurled insults at Eric. Enraged, Anna helped Eric leave the house. Back at home, Anna carefully tended to Eric's wounds, which deeply moved him. Holding her hand, he asked why she had once chosen Jack. Anna recounted a fire years ago when she believed Jack had saved her life, prompting her to feel indebted and choose him. What Anna didn't know was that it was Eric who had rescued her from the flames. Due to his severe injuries, Eric had fallen unconscious, and when Anna awoke, she only saw Jack by her side, mistakenly believing he was her savior. Eric, unwilling for Anna to be with him out of gratitude, had kept this truth a secret. That night, Anna entered Eric's room, unbuttoning his shirt to help him apply medicine. However, Eric flipped her onto the bed with a playful smirk, teasing her that although they were married, they had yet to truly fulfill their marital duties. Embarrassed, Anna's cheeks turned red, and she quickly got up and left the room. Later that night, Anna sleepwalked again, this time wandering into Eric's room and lying down on his bed. Eric, unable to help but smile, gently pulled her into his arms, and the two slept entwined in each other's warmth. The next day, Anna brought Eric to her parents' home to formally introduce him as her husband. However, Anna's father called Eric aside for a private conversation, expressing concerns that Eric might hurt Anna, just like Jack did. Eric firmly assured him that his feelings for Anna were genuine and deep. To prove his sincerity, he even transferred all his assets to Anna's name. Touched by Eric's actions, Anna's father finally gave his blessing to their relationship. That evening, Eric surprised Anna with a bouquet of flowers and confessed his love to her. Moved, Anna kissed him on the lips, but quickly turned away, shy and blushing. She invited Eric to accompany her to a company banquet the following day. Meanwhile, Bess approached Jack, who was struggling with a failing company, and persuaded him to attend the banquet with her in hopes of securing a deal with the CEO of Moonlight Group. At the banquet, Anna entered arm in arm with Eric, elegantly dressed and drawing the attention of everyone in the room. However, they soon encountered Jack and Bess. Jack and Bess sneered at them, but moments later, the company manager took the stage to introduce the CEO of Moonlight Group. To everyone's shock, Eric revealed his identity as the CEO of Moonlight Group. Jack attempted to leverage his past favor to pressure Eric into a collaboration, but Eric coldly reminded him about the USB contract that Jack had previously rejected. Jack was rendered speechless, left with no choice but to remain silent. He then turned to Anna, trying to win her back. Eric quietly observed as Jack even resorted to insulting him, calling him a bastard unworthy of Anna. However, Anna stood firmly by Eric's side and unequivocally rejected Jack. This scene enraged Bess. Taking advantage of a moment of distraction, she picked up a pot of hot tea and attempted to throw it at Anna. At the critical moment, Eric stepped in front of Anna and took the scalding tea for her. Seeing Eric injured, Anna was deeply distressed. At that moment, memories of the boy who had saved her from the fire years ago flashed through her mind, and she began to suspect that the one who had saved her was Eric. After the incident, Eric decisively expelled Bess from the company and ordered Jack to leave as well. Later, Anna angrily confronted Eric, questioning why he had hidden his true identity and why he didn't step in earlier when Jack had mistreated her. Eric confessed that he feared Anna might choose Jack over him. Hearing this, Anna was overcome with anger and disappointment, and she turned and left. That night, Eric pretended to slip and fall in the bathroom. Upon hearing the noise, Anna immediately rushed in to check on him. Taking the opportunity, Eric pulled her close, confessed his deep feelings, and earnestly asked for her forgiveness. In that moment, their bond grew even stronger. Later that night, as Eric slept soundly, Anna quietly lifted his shirt. When she saw the scars on his back, she was shocked to realize that it was Eric who had rushed into the fire to save her all those years ago. A mix of pain and guilt overwhelmed her as she regretted misunderstanding him for so long. At the same time, she felt frustrated that Eric had kept the truth from her. The next morning, Anna approached Eric and admitted that she wanted to learn more about his past. She suggested they visit his mother together. Eric agreed and took her to meet his mother, where Anna learned about Eric's difficult upbringing. After Eric's mother and father separated, she discovered she was pregnant. When she went to inform Eric's father, she found out he had already remarried. After Eric was born, his mother suffered from postpartum depression and felt incapable of raising him, leaving her no choice but to entrust him to his father. However, Eric was not well treated in his father's home and grew up neglected and coldly ignored. Hearing this, Anna felt heartbroken and deeply empathized with the pain Eric had endured over the years. It strengthened her resolve to stay by his side and support both him and his mother. Just then, Eric received a call from his father. His father's company was on the brink of collapse due to financial troubles, leaving him with no choice but to turn to Eric for help. Anna was furious and scolded Jack's family for how they had mistreated Eric, demanding that they stop bothering him. Despite this, Eric handed over the USB containing the collaboration agreement to Jack, calmly declaring that this was the end of their relationship and ties. That evening, as Anna and Eric were out for a walk, Jack suddenly appeared, once again pleading with Anna to forgive him. He claimed that he had only ever loved her. However, Anna firmly rejected him, stating that she no longer had any feelings for him. After speaking her mind, she turned and left with Eric by her side. Back at home, Eric cautiously asked Anna what Jack had said to her. Seeing the jealous expression on his face, Anna gently kissed his lips and confessed that she had fallen in love with him. Overjoyed, Eric returned her kiss, and the two could no longer hold back their emotions. They finally opened their hearts to each other, embracing their happiness. One day, Anna brought lunch to Eric's office. Seeing her, Eric was overjoyed. Just then, Eric's friend Will appeared and shared some news. Ashley had returned to the country. Curious, Anna asked who Ashley was, and Eric casually replied that she was a classmate from his time studying abroad. After Anna left, Will mentioned that Ashley's return was prompted by hearing about Eric's marriage. Eric assured Will that he would handle the situation appropriately. That evening, Ashley invited Eric and Will out for dinner. Using the excuse that the three hadn't met in years, she asked Eric to avoid distractions like using his phone. Meanwhile, Anna was at home, carefully preparing a surprise birthday celebration for Eric. She sent him messages, but receiving no reply, she eventually fell asleep on the sofa. When Eric saw that Ashley had prepared a cake for him, he suddenly realized it was his birthday. Feeling guilty, he hurriedly left. Upon returning home, Eric found Anna asleep and gently carried her to bed, holding her lovingly. The next morning, Anna complained that she had waited for him all night. Eric quickly explained that he had forgotten it was his own birthday, managing to soothe her and resolve their misunderstanding. Later that day, Anna brought lunch to Eric as usual, but found Ashley and Eric working together in his office. Their seamless cooperation stirred a twinge of discomfort in Anna. As she walked in to pour water for Eric, she saw Ashley leaning close to him in what seemed like an intimate gesture. Feeling upset, Anna turned and left. Eric immediately chased after her to explain. He assured Anna that Ashley was merely helping him adjust his tie and handed the tie to Anna, solemnly stating, "From now on, only you are allowed to do this for me." Hearing this, Anna's mood brightened. She pulled Eric in for a kiss, boldly claiming her territory. As they were sharing a tender moment, Ashley suddenly appeared and invited them both to her birthday party. At Ashley's birthday party, she deliberately mentioned the birthday celebration she had hosted for Eric a few days ago. Her words led Anna to mistakenly believe that Eric had chosen to spend that night with Ashley instead of her. Seizing the moment while Anna stepped away, Ashley boldly confessed her feelings to Eric and leaned in to kiss him, unaware that Anna was standing not far away, witnessing everything. Believing she had been betrayed, Anna was heartbroken and stormed out of the party in anger and pain. However, what Anna didn't know was that Eric had firmly rejected Ashley's confession and made it clear that he only loved Anna. Devastated, Anna drank alone to numb her sadness. Eric eventually found her and carried her back home. That night, while Eric was asleep, Anna quietly left behind a note that read, "Don't look for me." When Eric woke up, he was restless and immediately went to find his friend Will, who revealed that Anna had witnessed Ashley confessing to him the night before. Meanwhile, Anna went to visit Eric's mother in the hospital, seeking someone to confide in. Eric's mother, who had long been battling depression, initially appeared distant. However, upon hearing Anna mention Eric, her demeanor suddenly changed, becoming calm and lucid. She told Anna that Eric had always been deeply attached to her, constantly reminiscing about their moments together. Hearing this, Anna finally realized that Eric's feelings for her had been buried deep in his heart for many years. That evening, Anna reached out to Will to learn more about Eric's past. Will revealed that Eric had always loved her. During his 10 years of studying abroad, it was Anna who gave him the strength to persevere. Even his acquisition of Moonlight was entirely for her. Later, Anna discovered Eric's private account, where she found heartfelt messages he had written to her over the years. Every word struck her deeply, and she couldn't hold back her tears. At that moment, she fully understood the depth and sincerity of Eric's love for her. Summoning her courage, Anna went to find Eric. Standing before him, she gently wiped away the tears on his face. In that moment, all misunderstandings between them were resolved. They opened their hearts to each other, finally letting their love flow freely. To make up for the years Eric had quietly protected her, Anna took him back to their alma mater to relive the memories of their youth. In the presence of their old friends, Eric got down on one knee and proposed to Anna. Moved to tears, Anna nodded in agreement. They shared a deep, loving kiss, beginning a new chapter of their lives together amidst the cheers and blessings of their friends.